Good morning from my hotel in Boulder, Colorado. Today I'm headed out on a media trip for the Gore-Tex winter hike experience, and I'm going to bring you with me. So let's go. I'm in the Norrona store on the Pearl Street Mall, which is awesome because this brand has an incredible story. Founded in 1929 by Jorgen Jorgensen, it's still family owned and operated. I actually met the fourth generation Jorgen last year in Oslo, Norway. Norrona started with one goal: to create innovative gear tough enough for Norway's wild conditions. Fast forward to today, and Norrona is known for using premium materials like Gore-Tex to ensure top-notch performance. Plus, they're leading the charge in sustainability. Think recycled fabrics, ethical production, and a commitment to minimizing their footprint. If you're looking for gear that's durable, eco-friendly, and built for serious adventures, you've found it. Meet Brandon, the external PR rep for both Gore-Tex and Hoka, a guy who knows his stuff when it comes to performance and innovation because it's literally his job to give us media all the details. Today, he's front-loading some information about the new Hoka Kaha 2 Frost GTX, the waterproof winter hiking boots we'll be testing on the trails. Let's talk about the Norrona Falketind Gore-Tex jacket. Norrona's naming conventions are inspired by Norwegian nature, and the Falketind line is named after the iconic Falketind Peak. This is the ultimate all-season shell, designed to handle everything from alpine hikes to gnarly weather. Made with lightweight yet durable Gore-Tex, it's fully waterproof, windproof, and breathable, keeping you dry and comfortable no matter the conditions. You'll notice I often wear Norrona gear in my videos because it performs incredibly well. And honestly, I'm ridiculously brutal on gear, and it manages to survive me, which is definitely saying a lot. Eldorado Canyon State Park is just a few minutes outside of Boulder and has been a widely popular gem for years. I grew up in this area and went to college here, so I've spent decades visiting Eldo, as all the locals call it. Once a bustling resort town in the early 1900s, Eldorado Canyon initially attracted visitors for its mineral springs and scenic beauty. Today, it's best known as a paradise for rock climbers thanks to its iconic sandstone cliffs that draw athletes from all over the globe. So here we are at Eldorado State Park, just outside of Boulder. We are going to go on a nice wintry hike because it's pretty chilly and there's a lot of snow, and go test out these Hoka Kaha Frost hiking shoes with Gore-Tex and see how they fare in the snow in the cold water. We have a crew of media from various parts of the country who aren't super familiar with this type of terrain, so our Colorado Mountain School guides took some time to teach us how to walk. Yes, you heard that right. Walk! As he says, most people naturally walk around 2 miles per hour, but that's nearly sprinting when you're climbing up a steep hillside at altitude like those found in Aldo. Instead, he suggested that hikers take it slow and aim for 1 mile per hour. This basically means placing your foot on each step, taking a pause, and then going for the next step. It feels ridiculously slow at first, but it also keeps your heart rate low so you don't have to stop for breaks nearly as often. And you won't sweat through all of your layers, which is never ideal in the winter. I've never actually hiked in Aldo, just climbed, so I'm excited to see the state park in a new way. And I should have guessed that the hike would go straight up the mountain. No mellow warm-up here. Although the park does offer a variety of hiking trails, from the easy Streamside Trail to the challenging Eldorado Canyon Trail, which reward you with sweeping views of the canyon and surrounding peaks. These trails wind through lush forests and the park's iconic rock climbing walls, and it's really fun to watch the climbers high above you. Eventually, the talus-covered hillside got a bit slick for us, so we popped down to the access road and hiked over to the river. What better way to test out the waterproofing on these Hoka Kaha 2 Frost GTX boots, right? But pro tip, waterproofing doesn't work when you step in a mini sinkhole and the water goes over the ankle cuff. Whoops. So So one of the first things I already learned is that these boots have 400 grams of insulation. 200 grams are Primaloft Gold, which is a very popular synthetic insulation. The other 200 grams are Gore-Tex's proprietary stuff. You don't need to know that. Bottom line is 400 grams of insulation is going to keep you really, really warm. And then they are fully waterproof, of course, but you can't just take my word for it. I think I'm gonna go jump into the river and see how they fare. These boots are so fresh, and I'm in love with the aesthetics on them. I'm even wearing them right now as I record this voiceover. But they're cozy too, which is saying something as a woman with the world's worst circulation in my fingers and toes. The Kaha 2 Frost GTX boots are rated down to negative 25 degrees Fahrenheit. And they have a little bit of aluminum reflective foil in the sock liner, which helps prevent body heat from escaping through the sole of the shoe. So one of the main concerns with Gore-Tex products is wetting out. What if my Norrona Gore-Tex jacket wets out? What if my Hoka shoes wets out? So I just talked to the Gore-Tex product team, and they say that most people are not washing and drying their Gore-Tex products nearly enough. So if you feel like your jacket, your shoes, whatever, are starting to wet out, you should go to the store, get a Gore-Tex specific cleaning solution like Nick Wax, wash your jacket, wash your shoes, whatever, and then throw them in the dryer. This is a big misconception that you're not supposed to dry your Gore-Tex products, but that actually helps reseal up the waterproofing solution. So give it a try. We are just getting back to the car. We've gone on about a 90-minute hike, and I can tell you that my feet are totally warm still. I just got back to my car, wrapped up the hike with Gore-Tex, and it was such a good day. It's just classic Colorado weather where it was chilly in the shade with tons of snow to tromp through and test out the boots. But then you step into the sunshine and it's gorgeous bluebird 40 degrees. So I certainly cannot complain. Huge thanks to Gore-Tex and Hoka and Norrona for putting this on today. It might just be the best way to spend a Tuesday at work. And for everyone at home, if you have any questions about the new Hoka Kaha Frost 2 GTX hiking boots, feel free to drop me a line below in the comments. Happy to help and do whatever I can to answer your questions. And if I can't answer it, I can find someone smarter than me who totally will answer it for you. But all in all, I really like the boots. We were out there for about 90 minutes today. They were really, really warm, very waterproof until I full on fell in the river, of course, and all around really comfortable during the hike. So total 10 out of 10 score from me. And as always, if you liked this content, please subscribe or like below, and we'll keep producing more of it. Thanks so much, everyone, and have fun out there.